then, eventually that moved on to, I had this amazing idea as an 18-year-old, kind of dropping out of community college. I was like, gosh, I should join the Marines. That sounds like a great idea. And I'll do it as a cook, which says nobody in modern.
Marines got to eat.
True. And funny enough, it turned out to be an amazing part of the puzzle and a great first step into what I ended up, finding my way to. It was like that. You just never know the little things that you can pick up. But cooking in the Marines was like a real thing. I mean, I went to boot camp like everybody else, and then you go to your schooling. And I went to a cook school in Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. But we were making sauces from scratch, gravies, all kinds of like real food.
How do the other Marines look at the cook Marines? Is there is there a division there, or is everyone one big happy family?
It's not. I wouldn't say it's quite as bad as, or it's not too dramatic. But I would definitely think, I was in 5th Marines, which is arguably the most decorated, regiment in the entire Marine Corps. I mean, they are like, this is an infantry unit, so they go when it gets hot. They're some of the first ones there, and of course you're right. They have to eat, and they have to have trucks, and they have to have mechanics, and they have to have all those things. So, but I think I ended up. It just kind of. I think you're accepted, and for I think they understand that, and we. At the end of the day, we're still walking guard duty. We're still doing a lot of the same stuff. So.
Where in U.S. history are we talking? What time period is this that you were in the Marines?
I joined after high school, so this was 88 to 92.
So there was a war going on.
Yeah, which I, of course, again, as a brilliant 18-year-old, never really crossed my mind that there would be
decades of peace.
I know, really.
And you join, and here we go.
Here we go.
Thanks a lot, George Bush. No, I'm kidding. It was a, if you had to be in those situations, it was enough for me to get a taste of what that it can be like. But in the big picture, I was very lucky that it was that kind of a conflict. And I spent most of my time on ship. Marines generally travel by ships, and the U.S. Navy. So the USS Tarawa was my chosen, or not chosen, but my vehicle of choice at the time. And this is kind of crazy because it's kind of like a mini aircraft carrier. So it carries not only 3,500 Marines, but it also carries certain types of aircraft and helicopters and stuff. So, but it was an experience, and I guess just kind of having that, having these things instilled in you daily, this attention to detail and repetition was kind of the funniest thing that I never would have thought of would have made any difference or been something of importance. But that, whether you're making 1,000 omelets or 1,000 hamburgers or 1,000 chocolates or 10,000 chocolates like I did yesterday, there's something about that kind of work that really makes people, it's not rocket science, but it really does take a certain personality and a certain type of person that can stand there and make the same thing over and over and over.